Hi, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sababa and welcome to Amar Shabdo. The poem that I'm going to perform today, it's called My Dear Son, and I have been working on this poem for the past almost 3 years, and I believe this is still a work in progress, but bear with me. My dear son, this world has already decided who you should be. They have decided what masculinity means, decided what you are allowed to say or do within the bounds of their definition of masculinity, and what you should expect of women. But I am here to tell you that I have never prescribed to the philosophies of this world that will perpetuate the stigma and the divisiveness of genders. So let me tell you, my dear son, that I will raise you just the way I raised my daughter. I want you to nurture the artist in your soul, to paint the world in your music and words. I want you to read poetry so you understand the context in conversations. Pay attention to what people say or don't say and learn what lies between those chasms. I want you to read romance and see what the world of women and the world for women looks like. So you learn to be intuitive and cultivate your emotional intelligence and learn to articulate better. This world will teach you how to play the game, the rigged game where you're meant to win. But my son, I will teach you to carry your heart on your sleeves, to fall in love, to fall apart mercilessly without a contingency plan. I want you to learn the places we store our humility for days when pride soars without considering the risk of flight. And when they try to make you feel like you have lost everything, I want you to remember that loss is human. To hurt is human. To cry is human. To love so unabashedly is human. Don't let this world make you believe you are less because you didn't play by their rules. Don't let them fool you into thinking that winning is the only way to live. I want to give you tears to shed at the injustices of this world. I want you to have fear for the things you love. I want you to practice patience diligently until it comes easily. I want you to balance your fire with your water. Remember, you are both, despite what this world will have you believe. Mostly, I want you to know there are more ways to give life than to give birth, and don't let anyone convince you otherwise. This world will always give you more. It will give you more power without you having to ask for it. It will give you more credit when you don't always deserve it, and it will give you for things you've never had to fight for. And when it does, I want you to look around and ask the difficult questions. Let them help you trace your path to success. See who else deserved it, but didn't have your privilege. You may never know what you take for granted if you don't ask the people to describe their struggles to you. Remember, you're allowed to celebrate your accomplishments and acknowledge the accomplishments of others. It was never meant to be mutually exclusive of one another. This world has set different standards for you. They will try to teach you how to be strong, but remember, with age, strength always wanes. So you have to learn how to interpret strength differently. They will try to feed you chivalry and honor, disguising it as if pulling out chairs and reaching for the bill makes you a man. But son, you have to realize the doors you need to open are metaphorical. The domains that men have claimed needs to be open. The corporate world men have dominated needs to be open. The countries men have governed needs to be open. Women have stopped needing men to pay bills a long time ago. You are needed to fight the misogyny they face alongside them. My son would come home the same time my daughter does. If the night is not safe for one, I cannot imagine giving the other the benefit of that oppression. And if and when you are outraged, I want you to take that rage and measure it against the rage of the women in your life and then ask yourself, how can you make this world better? My son, I want you to be better than your predecessors, to be better than the mistakes of your ancestors. So someday, that discrimination is no more. Someday, that fear is no more. Someday, that rage is no more. Thank you.